Well, good morning and welcome everybody. Welcome to another video. My name's Paul and I've got this channel called Trucking About because we do a fair bit of it here with the truck and the pilot car. And we are currently waking up in the paddock, well in a yard anyway, down near Esperance in Western Australia. We've been on the road for 2.5 weeks at this stage, been Queensland and back. And just on dark last night, we managed to offload this case header, which we loaded in Geraldton the day before, and it had the jewels there. We had them stacked up, and there was some concaves on a pallet. So yes, a little 8240 case harvester. Now we've got the dolly in tow. It's because we've been doing some heavy things. Didn't need it for this job, but something I haven't shown everybody, for those playing along at home, is I refurbed this dolly, but before I come on this trip, I bought a brand new turntable. So that's a greaseless 3.5 inch turntable. You can't really see it there, but man, what a lifesaver. The grease, because I was pumping grease into it all the time, it was all over the Susies, it was everywhere. My nice white dolly was turning the colour of grease. So we hooked the dolly on I hooked it on to do a quick load, and it's now been coming up 14,000 k's since I've unhooked it. So I've towed it for 14,000 k's in the last 3 weeks, and we're not done yet. We've probably got another 2,000 k's to go. So we're off this morning to load a large John Deere header. We're going another 100 k's east from Esperance to load that. Yeah, let's get into the video. A bit tired, I've just woken up. Good sleep here though, but yeah, I'm still only just waking up, so well, let's go. Alright, we're underway. We are heading, it was about 100 kilometres from where we parked, 107 kilometres, so I've just tried to give the windscreen a bit of a clean here because there's a lot of bugs. And like I say, I've been on the road for, yeah, you're not going to see much out of there. Been on the road for coming on 3 weeks and 14,000 kilometres at this stage without a proper wash. So, you know, I've watched the servos and that, but yeah, the mildew in the morning and the dust and the bugs and everything just makes it pretty hard to stay on top of it. But so I've been doing as much maintenance as I can on the road. I don't know if you noticed in the first clip there that all my nice painted dolly wheels are not visible because I've done a tyre rotation the other night roadside. I've done steer tyres, swapped them side to side, and I need to flip them on the rims when I get back to Perth, which today's Friday the 10th. I'm hoping I'll be back in Perth on Sunday night, hopefully. Flip some tyres, but yeah, all my dolly ones, I'll swap them all around just to keep them wearing evenly. I'm going to swap some trailer tyres around when I get back and service the Hilux and probably the truck as well. So yeah, it's been a busy old time back across the country. I took a roll of rubber over, conveyor rubber, 27.5 tonne, and loaded a chaser bin out of Dalby in Queensland and delivered that to Mullawa up near Geraldton. Loaded that case header on and brought that down here to Skadden, Esperance area, and now I'm heading further east out Fisheries Road, if anyone knows the area, on the way out here to load a John Deere header. At least I think it's a John Deere header, could be a tractor. I don't know, I haven't had a whole lot of information about this one, so yeah, we'll see. So there we are, loaded. The camera lady was able to grab it and do a quick walk around while I was guiding the operator on. So it's an X9 John Deere on tracks, and there's a bit of pudding in these things, I tell you. I was going to get rid of the dolly before I come down, but I'm pleased I've got it now, because there's, just looking at the gauges, there's a bit of weight in that. So we're heading for close enough to Lake Grace with this machine, which is good because we slept in the paddock last night, so there was no opportunity for showers. We showered, I'm sure you want to know my personal habits, but we showered in the middle of the day. We were passing a shower, and it's one of those situations where you think, well, I might not see running water again today, so I'll have a shower. And then we slept in the paddock there, and that was not great for my hay fever. I feel like I can't open my eyes properly yet. So yeah, we'll be in the rounds today. We're going to pass a couple of spots where we can get cleaned up. May even wait till after we unload this, which will be late this afternoon, and then tonight we're going to head back down this area. I've got to make a couple of calls. Jobs come up from JP through YouTube. He got in touch and said that he's got a chaser bin here to move, so we are running a bit behind. I did tell him maybe Wednesday, Thursday, but it's going to be Saturday by the time we get it, but that's okay. Yeah, hopefully we'll get that all done Saturday and back into Perth on Saturday night, and get some rest on Sunday. When I say rest, do some tyre rotations and grease a few things and service the Hilux. Poor old Hilux is well overdue for a service. It wasn't expected to be on this trip. I left town on my lonesome with the roll of rubber on, and I was on my way out of town when I got a call to say there's a pilot-sized backload. So I got on the old dog and bone to Leslie and said, best you jump in the Hilux and play catch up, and yeah, she did. She caught up with me later that day, and yeah, we toured over to Queensland and brought the load back. So she's been on the road for as long as I have, 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that. And the old Hilux was due for a service when she left. So lucky it's a Toyota, it's still going. I'll get onto that on Sunday. It'll be done, and it'll be right for another 50,000 k's. The truck would have done 15,000 about by the time I get home, so it's got a little bit. I'll let it go a little bit. Anyway, the oil in the truck, in case you were wondering, I'm running RX Super now. I wanted mobile again. I've given up on the Valvoline. I just don't like it. RX Super, there'll be a lot of people saying, Jesus, don't run that in your X15. But RX Super's been around since I was mechanicking. That's a couple of days ago now when I finished my apprenticeship, but that's what we ran, RX Super back then. I ran it in my cars, we ran it in all the machines at work. And the reason I ran it in my cars was because it was on a big tap on the wall in the workshop when I was servicing. It was pretty easy to get hold of. It's been around forever. I don't see a problem with it, and it's lasting.
Hi, eastbound, I've got one at 4 metres.
It's not using any oil here. There's for first 15,000 k's, so I think it'll go to 20 all right. And yeah, she's good, and it's available everywhere. So. One very heavy John Deere X9. I'm still forgetting what it was. Combine harvester delivered. 500 and something kilometres, 415.
No, 515.
515 kilometres. And now we've got to turn around and basically go back to where we started from for the next load. So that's why we put the car up. Got to go and get some fuel and some AdBlue. And really, done enough for the week, I think. It's Friday night. I'm not mic'd up, so you probably can't hear a word I'm saying. But Friday night, and we're Pingerup Lake Grace area. We'll be somewhere tonight, probably Esperance for a sleep. And then 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we shall load a chaser bin and do it all over again. Alright guys, we will see you in the morning. Well, good morning everybody. It is the next day, so we got that X9 John Deere delivered yesterday, and we back into Lake Grace for showers and popped to the supermarket and grabbed some more water and a bit of food, and yeah, it's been a bit of a wet night here. Woke up this morning and there's a bit of moisture about, a bit of dampness, and it was very noisy here. We're just beside the road, and yes, we heard every vehicle that went past. And this particular bay here is memories for me. When I had my K200, I had it for 3 weeks since I purchased it. Bought it auction, sight unseen, and I was coming down here with a large Zerian tractor on, and it was in this particular bay where it melted, well, about a kilometre that way, when it melted a hole in number 5 piston and blew all the oil out, and I made it to here. Unhooked the trailer and drove it into Esperance 50 k's, running on 5 cylinders, and the oil went from full to nothing on the dipstick. It blew it all out, and it was smoking like mad. And yes, ended up having to get a rental truck from Perth, get myself back to Perth, get a rental truck, come down, hook it on my trailer, drive the old K200 smoking up onto the trailer, and rescue myself because nobody came to help. That's transport. Righto, let's go and get this chaser bin, shall we? The truck should be warmed up, ready to go. I've had my black coffee and didn't feel like one today. I wanted a fancy bloody latte or something, but never mind, black coffee it is. Alright, let's go. clean shirt. Alright, well there it is loaded. Just rolled the tarp off because otherwise it will fill up with wind. I don't know how I go having a shiny truck because I'm forever standing all over these guards. So, 4 big chains crossed over underneath. They're all 9-ton chains, half inch, old school, 13 millimeters. I went to buy half-inch chains in Perth and the guy had no idea what I was talking about to say 13 millimeter. Crisscross front and back, and I'm just going to tie the drawbar. Rolled the tarp off so it doesn't, it's not like a truck tarp where they're made to travel at 100 k's an hour. This will actually lip and we'll end up ripping it off. So put some chains on the back and then we're just about right to go. I'll put some ramps up. There we go. We are loaded with our little chaser bin on. Just watching the trees still on the farm, no seatbelt. So we've still got a dirty windscreen. I cleaned all my side windows while I was waiting there, my mirrors and everything. I was getting ready to kick my boots off and get up on the bonnet and clean that front windscreen, but I ended up topping up my washer bottle with my drinking water this morning just so I could get it a bit cleaner, but unfortunately, as they say, it is what it is. Alright, 524 kilometres to go, which is 100 kilometres more than we thought it was going to be. So anyway, on with the show. Alright, we are about 100 kilometres from destination. Non-eventful, oversized sign fell off the back of the trailer. Yeah, apart from that, it's all going good. Drunk lots of coffee, had some hot chips. Yeah, not much to talk about really. Nothing much to report, so all up it's going to be about 540 kilometres, 540 kilometres. And yeah, I told the customer we'd be there at 3:30 at the latest, but it's going to be closer to 4. Alright, we're nearly there. What a day. It's supposed to be 400 k's, and we put it in the old Google and it come out at, what are you pointing at, camera? It come out at about 520, but it's getting close to 550 and we ain't there yet. And we're now on the dirt.
The big bump there, just around the corner. To the left.
But we're nearly there, and I'm pretty happy about that. Still going to be 8 or 9 o'clock tonight before we get home, but first time being home for a few weeks, and yeah, got a lot to do. That'll be us on the left. left up there, Liz. I don't know if you'll even be able to see through all the bugs on the windscreen, but we are nearly there. We took a couple of
Saying here.
What's that, sorry?
I'm saying here.
Yeah, it'll be down that driveway. What was I saying? We took a couple of shortcuts and ended up being lots of trees, lots and lots of trees, but yeah, we managed to avoid them all. If it wasn't so dusty, I would have had a camera on the outside, but yeah, it's a bit dry and dusty out there. Now this driveway, I've been here before. Once upon a time I was delivering a brand new seating bar at about 8 metres wide, and we had 3 pilots, and we come up here, and I didn't have the address, but there was a bit of a mix up in communications, and we come down this driveway with the bar and it was the wrong one, so I had to reverse it at 8 metres wide. Number one?
Yep. Can you crack the tap?
Whoop. Up. Yep. Back. Whoop. We're about that much off. You right with the hoses? Might be sitting on it. Probably going around the wrong way now. Just come up a bit. Oh, we're not far off there. Just come back a little bit. Whoop, go forward. Ripper. You got him. You all right? Too easy.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Where are you off to next?
Home. Alright, job done and happy customer. Thanks JP for the work, and appreciate you watching the channel too. Turns out, very small world. If you look over here in front of us, there's actually another gateway over there. And one night we were coming through with a bar on for another customer, a seeding bar, and we ran out of daylight. And yes, the farmer we were working for knew JP here and rang and said, any chance we could park in your driveway for the night? And we did. We parked there for the night. And before that, we were also delivering another bar, as I was saying earlier, and we got lost and we come down that driveway. So very small world. Been here twice before without actually doing a job for them. But yes, we've done a job for them and we've lined up another job, so even better. Alright, we have got a few hours to get home. There we go, we've got 234 kilometres to go. And yes, we're going to go back into Wagen, out that way, out to Albany Highway. Anyway guys, we will leave it with you for now, and the speed I'm editing these things, this will be a Christmas special, alright, because I'm that far behind, but I'm going to try and do something tonight amongst changing tyres and doing the washing and the feeding and everything else. So, alright, thank you guys.